Hi, a question I get asked quite a lot at the moment is what's the difference between HYROX and CrossFit? Basically, HYROX is like a sensible version of CrossFit, I'd say. So, CrossFit, you got like loads of gymnastics, movements, Olympic lifts, and the workouts change quite a lot. Whereas with HYROX, there's a bit more consistency in the different exercises you're doing, and excellent exercises that are less likely to get you injured. Everyone I know that does CrossFit is an amazing athlete, but they've also had a load of bad injuries. So one of my mates that I used to train with doing martial arts, he's into his CrossFit and he dislocated his elbow doing a snatch and tore his pec doing a ring to muscle up. I've not known anyone to get injured badly doing high rocks though, so because less explosive, less arguably less technical, and the competitions kind of stay the same. So you've got the skier, row machine, lunges, wall ball, the run in between, the burpees. I can't remember them all, but probably burpees is the most explosive one in terms of kind of power and plyometric type movements. And at CrossFit, you're doing like Olympic lifts, you're doing like cleans and different gymnastics movements for like high reps. Um, and yeah, as you begin to fatigue, the risk of injury, your technique's going to fall apart, your risk of injury goes up. What everyone says, never mind what anyone tells you, everyone loves CrossFit that does it. It's amazing for getting into shape, but I wouldn't do it because the injuries are too bad. Um, I'm sure there's probably a way of working around it if you speak to the gym owner or whatever before you go, but I would say HYROX is kind of a more, I'd rather compete in HYROX than I would in CrossFit and just do Olympic lifts and gymnastic movements as part of my training. Make sure my technique's bob on rather than doing it for reps and just, yeah. And CrossFit's great for like the community and everything. And, I'm not judging it, but from a kind of quantitative perspective, if you looked at the rate of injuries, I'm sure they'll be much higher in CrossFit compared to HYROX. I think that's one of the reasons HYROX has become so popular. It's only been around for like 7 or 8 years, but gives you something to train for that's not too hard. It's not massively technical, so it doesn't take you years to learn the technique for like doing a ski erg and lunges, whereas it might take you quite a while to get like a high pull and a snatch and a clean and press perfectly mastered in terms of the technique. So yeah, basically similar in terms of the fitness gains. HYROX is slightly less advanced, I'd say, but I'd say CrossFit for most people is a bit kind of too technical and the risk of injury is a lot higher. Yeah, so I would do HYROX. Personally, I do HYROX and just train the Olympic lifts separately. Hope that helps. Cheers.